So this is the project we're going to recreate using plain HTML and CSS. This is a very basic website, but you can use this as a good practice to your HTML and CSS. I've covered some topics that I have been really frustrated about, especially the position properties. And the most challenging part of this website for me, or this page for me, is making this background image with color on top of it, but the topmost part is the actual content here. When we recreate this, I'm going to change some of the things, like probably the font type, but we're going to stick in most of its formatting or styling. So if there's something you're interested in, if you want to create your very first portfolio website, then stay here and let's do the tutorial. Okay, so I have here the portfolio folder. You can create a new one on your end. So start with the index page, HTML, and then style that CSS file. Close this. HTML will use Emmet to make it faster, and then change the title tag to your name. In my case, my name is Anjali Shoson. I want this to show web developer. After that, we'll put in the link tag, link, space, style.css. All right. So our body will wrap everything on a div. And then on that div, we'll have some sections. First section would be the head that will contain the one that says I am blah blah blah. So let's put on div with a class of head, and then inside that head will be the h1 that says my name, I am Anjali Shoson. Below that is the text says web developer. After that, we have some links, which we're going to put in a class of social links tab, and we'll have 3 links. Emmet abbreviation will be LI multiplied by 3, and it's going to give you 3 LIs. The first one would be, if you hit this one and then control, click and then out, click, it's going to choose different spaces at the same time, and you can do this, see? And then we can put in some links here, href. There you go. First one, we'll go to GitHub. Let's show first the icons. We need to install Font Awesome. I'll put it in the description, the link down below. Let me copy it here, make it a little bit faster. Actually, put it right after Font Awesome. This is CSS style sheet. If you go highlight this and press Control and then /, that's gonna make it a comment. And if I hit save, I have this extension in VS Code. It's called Prettier, and it's gonna make your code format prettier, like what it did here. The link, put it in separate lines. Okay, so now we can use some awesome icons. The first one we have is the GitHub. And I'm going to just copy it from here. The icon tag here. We'll wrap it around the anchor tag so it will be clickable, and I don't want it to be square. Next is, see here, we can copy the same thing, icon, and then paste it inside here, and we'll call it, don't forget the opening bracket. We'll call this YouTube. And the last one would be LinkedIn. This 3x is about the size of the icon. And we can put on your links here. As for me, my link is this one. This is my profile. And my YouTube link is here, the href. And my LinkedIn page or LinkedIn account is here. Now what I want to happen is when I click them, is that it's going to open in a different page. To make that happen, what we need is another property called target. So click, press Alt, and then Alt, and you can target underscore blank. Okay, so you can head here, shift home / to make it a bit cleaner. Right after the head section, after this, we are going to have the content. And again, we'll wrap that inside a container div with a class of body underscore content tab. Inside the body content are we're just going to have 3 sections. The first section would be about me. Under about me, we have this H2, it says about me. And then about me content, div, the class of about me underscore content. I'll make this one word. Tab. Inside about me, there will be 2 divisions. One would be about me underscore pic, which will hold my image. We'll have this actually we don't, anyway, class of my pic. Source would be, I'll create a folder here, folder image, and we'll grab my picture. See, I'll grab all the pictures head and then, all right. Okay, we can now choose, oops, image. See, it's automatically populating, and you can see here we have several images that I just transferred without JPEG. Okay. Head, and then we'll put some comment here. Body. Actually, we'll put it here. About me. About me. Div. Content. Inside content. After image, we'll have a paragraph. Or maybe we'll check this out. Paragraph tab, and I'll just copy the text like so. Better? Okay. Anjali, we put it alternative as developer. I like that. Okay, let's see where this one ends here. So right after this section, we are going to have another one which is called projects. Control home / and this section will be called projects. And inside this project, we are going to have H2 again, of course. It's called projects. And below that, we're going to have a group for projects. Projects. We need to make this an ID. Let's take this out. Okay. Inside projects, I only have 3 currently, actually 2, but we'll make it 3, and the third one will be empty one. Div with the class of project _ list. And each list will have an image with the source of thought image. And then the first project I have is the COVID tracker. After the image, we want a project name. So project _ name. Let's put here class project _ image. This one is called COVID-19 global tracker. All right, you can go copy this twice. Next is time JPEG. This is called time logger. This is a project in progress, but I'm already proud of it, even if it's far from being finished. And this one is WIP, which means work in progress. And I'll just put coming soon. Okay. I want this to be clickable, so I'll click this and then Alt, and let's put in anchor tag. There you go. Okay. And again, we want this to have some href. Okay. This first project has a link like this. Of course, you can use your own links for your projects. I've been uploading in Netlify simply because I don't know how to put them in GitHub yet, but I'll make a video once I figured it out, all right? And this last one will go nowhere, so it's just hash. Looking good. Next, for the last one would be the contact me. So contact me, div tab, and we want it to have an h2 that says contact me, and then we divide this section into two. The first section will have an ID of contact. No, contact, and then this contact will be divided into two sections. The first one will be called form group, and then the other section will be called contact links. Sorry about the rooster. Contact links. Inside the form group, we'll have a form, of course. Form, and then div with the class of form row. The form row, each form row will have label and an input. Okay, so label, we want the full name, and this full name will be for name. And input will have a property or attribute called name and ID. All of these attributes are necessary for it to work properly. So this label pertains to this input in particular. And then we go and copy this again. We want another like this, but this time it's for email. Email address. Import to the type of email. Name, email, ID, email. Next is message. This is going to be a little bit different. So this is for message. But inside of an input, we want a text area. And this is not self-closing tag, so we need to put a closing tag here. Type We need to make this a little bit different. Name will be image, message I mean. ID is message, and we want to make it bigger, so we need to specify column 30, and then the rows would be 5. Control save. Perfect. We need to have another one actually, and what this is already the submit button. So let's copy here this in label 4. We don't need the label. What we want is input with the type of submit, and we need to take this out and replace it with value submit. Okay, next would be the contact links. In contact links, we have allies. So we put in allies. I got 3. And we'll be using font awesome again. First one would be, let me see. You can just copy it here. This is my Skype contact. And next one would be my LinkedIn. Again, the more the better. And I want it to be a link, so it is wrapped under anchor tag. And the last one would be my email address. And I want an icon that is an envelope to represent it. And my email address is angelishawson@gmail.com. Few more lines. Let's put in the footer right after the last div, or here will be the footer. P tag all rights reserved special character, and then P again, designed and developed by Angeli. All good. Let's put in a period. That ends the HTML part. On the next part will be styling this sheet in CSS. Actually, let's see how it looks like in a browser. Open with Live Server. This is an extension that you can download and install in your VS Code. Let's see how it looks like. There you go. So big. You probably need to use a smaller version of this image. Okay, now we're moving to styling our website. This is the bare bones. See, this image is too large, and so we'll make it prettier with our styles. Start with the basic reset, asterisk, box sizing. We are doing this because they said that elements in our HTML file have their basic properties like built-in box sizing, which affects boxes, border box. Then they have also built-in padding, and margin. So we're going to give that a reset of 0 pixels. Actually, we can just put 0 in it and see. And then what we want is to get the color of this. We have a tool that we can use. This is Colorzilla. It's a Chrome extension. If you go google.com and search for Colorzilla, you can go ahead and install that. And that's what we're going to use here. Just click on it and then pick an area that you want to get the color and says, see that again. Click and says color copied, and that's what we're going to use here. Okay. So what we want to do is put a background color, select body, and then put a background color of, this is showing a linear gradient. See here, it's pink. To be able to recreate that, what we want is linear gradient. Let's do that again. Linear gradient to bottom right, and then we paste the color. This is the first color, and then select the second color here and comma, paste it there, and then we don't want it to repeat, so we need to put cover and then no repeat. Let's see how that one looks. And it's not happening because we want center. There you go. Yep, looks good. Then we want to change your font family. Let's see, do we have the font style? Let's Google font, Google Fonts. And we want two different fonts. First one is actually this one, Roboto. I want the regular one. So Roboto regular, select this style. And we can choose another one. Browse fonts, and it's called Pacifico, this one. Click this, select the style, and we have this too, embed, and we can click on this import, this link. You can use this and paste it in your HTML file, but you can use also this one, and that you can paste into your CSS file. It's best to put it at the beginning of your file. And then we can use it now. I want to put it here on our body. All right, take it off. That's my baby. Okay, so now we want to style see this one. It's inside our container. This is the wrapper, and it is only at not 100%. So we want a maximum size of that container. We can use another tool. It's called pixel zoomer. Colorzilla.com pixel zoomer. What you can do here is install it as a Chrome extension as well, and then just measure. So we have a maximum size of 1140 pixels. Container max width 1140 pixels. Let's try that, and we want everything to be center. I think this is what we need. 0 auto. Okay, that's a little bit center, I guess. Anyway, let's move on to the head section. The head section is right here. It's under one container, and you want it to be pushed. And to do that, we need to measure. Oops. Let's do this again. Measure this top to bottom, round about 95 pixels, margin top. So let's grab our head and put margin top of 95 pixels. Cool. And we want everything to be center, so text align center. How about that? Next, I want all our H1 and H2 to have the other Google font that we download. What we can do now is select them, H1, comma, H2, and give it a font of Pacifico. Oops. Pacifico. And then the partner is cursive. There you go. All right. Where were we? So what I want to happen now is for my name to be color white. To do that, we need to enclose here. So I got it here. My name. Just wrap it around span so you can assign it a class name and copy class name and assign it a font or no color. Awesome. And we want to push it or give it a space. So margin bottom, we'll give it 20 pixels. Oh, no. Not this one. But all H2s or all headings will have a margin bottom of 20 pixels. Looking good. And then let's put this P, put some class lead, save, and then when the class is lead, I want it to be a little bit bigger. So font size will be 1.2 rem. Cool. Then let's organize these links. To grab that, let's get social links. Social links and assign it display flex. Oops. display flex, and center by justify content center. And I want all links to have list style not, and also all anchor tags to text decoration not. All right. And I want all list also on hover to have color of white, and I want it to happen transition at 0.5 seconds. Okay, let's try putting it on the anchor tags. There you have it. Oh, okay. And I want all anchor tags that have been visited have a color black. So see here, the default is if you have been on the link, it's gonna have a purple color. And I don't want that. I want it to be, and the best practice is to use this instead of the color. There you have it. A tip here is that it should be before the hover, because if you put it after the color, after the hover, let's save that, it's not gonna work. So what we do is put it back there. All right. So after the lead should have, let's give it the same pixels, margin, bottom. Actually, I want it to happen here. All H2 and the class of lead to have a margin bottom of 20 pixels. That looks neater. Next, what we want is the box. Here we have the box, and we want to implement that. So we create a class called box and give it a color, BGC, background color of white. It's not showing here because we haven't assigned it to any class yet. What we want to do is assign it here, body content, and we want it here about me. Let's try that. There we go. Box, class box, highlight, copy, and box. All right. And the box should have a space of 20 pixels. How about we add it here? No. Margin, bottom, 20 pixels. Did that happen? Yes. Maybe some more. 50 pixels. All right. And we want everything inside the box to be Anyway, that's it for now. And let's try to style this section about me. About me is okay. Maybe we'll need to put this in another div. Div with a class of box. All right. And then we grab class about me, or we can make it ID because there's not another area that's about me. And we want all H2 to the center. And we need to take this out here because it's assigned this same one's family, and we don't like that. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put space here. Social links, and we want space on the list li items. So margin right, 15 pixels. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. And we want this margin bottom to have 20 pixels. All right. Box. Let's see if we can assign some padding. 20 pixels around. All good. Some more. Looking good. And we want H2s to be text align. Center. Good. Let's make this smaller. Okay. Let's grab about me content. And we want it to display flex. Display flex. Awesome. And let's grab my picture and make it smaller. And it has this my pic class. Width would be 400 pixels only. And make it round. To do that, we assign it 50% border radius. Cool. Now I want the text, which is about me content, and the paragraph inside that. We want it to have a margin top. Margin top would be 50 pixels. Right would be 0. Bottom will be 0. And then left would be 100 pixels. Maybe just 50 pixels. And top will be the 100. Okay. And then I want to implement that in the body. Line height would be 1.2 rem. just because this paragraph is too squeezed. That's not looking good. So maybe we can only apply this to paragraphs. Why is it not happening? I don't know why. Let's go back there later. I like how this is looking, but this one, no. So let's grab the project section. Project. Div with the class of box and ID of projects. Let's see. We want to display this flex. So projects, display flex. And we want the project images, project list, project image to be smaller. So with 350 pixels. And the height of 280 pixels. That's not looking good. 240. And let's make it smaller. Let's see. $100. Let's see how it looks here. Looks a lot smaller, huh? How about we measure it? $320 by $186. Width is 320, 186 pixels. Okay. If we display flex, then we want to justify content space evenly. Margin bottom, 10 pixels. Can we center the project names? My sons are having a discussion about which YouTube video to watch. Very cute. Project name, text align, center. All right. And let's make it a little bit bigger. Font size 1.2. Right. Okay, looking good. So we want this to have an effect on hover. So let's go ahead and do project list on hover, and we want to put the dot in front, and we want to grow, transform, scale 1.02 to make it very subtle, and transition will be at 0.3 seconds. Looking good. Okay. Now we are on the last section, contact me, and this time I want a different color of box. So we want to create another style called box underscore black. And on this, we want everything to be color white, and that's it. We assign it to the last section, box underscore black. Oh, I forgot that we need to background color black. All right, looking good. And next is ID of contact. We want to display text and grab each child element, form group, and what's the other one? Contact links to flex at 50%, so they're gonna have 50% each. How about that? I want the form row. Is that form row? Yeah. Form row, the input, and the text area to have 100% width. So it's going to take up 100% of the available width, which is 50% of, you know what I mean, right? Font size, have 1.3 rem, margin bottom of 10 pixels, and align them, or let's take this out first. Save. Look at that. Then we want to fix the labels. Labels would be margin bottom at 10 pixels. 20? Just even. Oh, you need to give it a display block because it's inline. It's not gonna accept any changes. Margin. All good. Now let's grab our submit button because we want it to look different. Input type. This is how you grab input based on type. So input, type, and then submit. And what we want is to give it a style of border radius of 20 pixels and put some padding. Just very subtle padding, 3 pixels top, bottom, and 0 left and right. All right. And on hover, I want it to have the color of secondary color, which we can grab here. Copy. BGC. background color, hash, and it's not happening because we have extra space here. And let's put transition will be at 0.3 seconds. Color. Looking good. I like it a lot. Maybe make this 5 pixels. Alright, then let's grab the next one, which is the contact links. Contact links. Give it a display flex and align items center. It's not looking good. Let's see. Contact links center. Contact links. UL, LI, margin, bottom, 20 pixels. Margin, left, 100 pixels. Now, why is this not showing? All right. So on hover, I want this to be always white, regardless. Let's grab the icons first. Contact links, ULLI, I, and margin, right, of 10 pixels. Okay, let's give it some 30 pixels. So what can we do to make this page wrap? LI, then A, color. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. What? It's not working. Let's see. Can go inspect. This is the second link. And inside that link is the A visited. That's why. So to override that, we want to A visited let's try if we can put it on top here. Let's see how we can fix this. So what I end up doing is assigning this a class, LinkedIn icon. And there you go. And some more height to that images. Image, project image. There you go. Now let's style the footer. Text align, center. Footer paragraph will have a margin bottom of 30 pixels. No, just 20. And then I want some space. Let's see, box. Margin bottom, 50 pixels. 150, 150 pixels. Let's make this bold. Excuse. Okay, and that's it. Oh, this is too much. Block box. All right, looking good. This took me really so much time, so I hope this is gonna be worth it. All we want is create another div inside a container and give it a class of bg. And .bg will assign the background. I'll show you what I mean. So after container will be the class bg. Oh no. And see, do we have here the image already? bg, there you go. Background URL image dot image bg jpeg, and we want it to be center, cover, no repeat. Let's see how that one looks. Nothing yet, because we want to give it a height of 500 pixels. And it's gone because this is our background, but we wanted to put behind it. So what we do is give it a position absolute to take it out of the regular flow of our elements. Should absolute, and it is in relative to our container. So position relative. Now, where is it at? It's gone. What we need to do is put it at position top 0, left 0. Oh no. What am I doing? Right 0, bottom 0, opacity 0.1. Okay, we can see it now here. There you have it. Now, what I want to know is why it is not Okay. I think we need to position this position relative to the head section. See here, head section. Let's try that. Without head, and that fix it. Now the problem is it's showing too much here, and I don't want that. What we can do is wrap everything, div content, wrap everything in a container. Here, save. So in that content, and we will put z index of 10 in this VG. Where is that? Z index of 1. Let's see. Okay, what is wrong? So it's not accepting. What we need to do is give it this also position relative. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so now we'll start making this responsive. I had to make some changes. I can't remember everything, but I'll just give a link to the actual code down below. I changed the UL here. Contact UL here. I put the margin left to the UL instead of the LI. So let's start with making this responsive. First is at media screen and maximum resolution of max width of 480 pixels. That is the best screen size. And let's make the container maximum of 90%. Then we'll select all our main sections, projects, and contacts. This made me reflect on my choice of using ID and class actually flex. Direction would be column. Then we go with my pick. I want this to be a smaller display. We need to display block and the width of 270 pixels. Margin 0 auto, so it will center, and it will only accept this if we change the display property to block. Next, this about me content and the paragraph will take out all the padding, so 0, and then margin top would be 30 pixels, and then 0 on all other sides. Next, I want to text align justify. Save. Let's see how that one looks. If we got it here. Okay. So we need to fix this Let's see. Refresh. Looks good mainly, but except for this last one. Let's make some more changes. Contact key, and then the project image should be adjusted a little bit with 300 pixels and the height of 200 pixels. Project list, I just want some spaces between them. So project list is margin bottom of 20 pixels. Now we'll go to the contact links section. Contact links. UL, flex, direction, column. All right. And then okay. Let's put it here. One more. Now we want to push it to the left. Margin left would be 0. Looking good, and then we just need to adjust the box black of margin bottom. Let's reduce it to 20 pixels. All right, now we have it good. Let's try another one. Video screen that is at the size of iPad Pro, media screen, and max width with the max width is 1024 pixels. Let's see. Here we go. We want the container. Let's just copy container, everything actually. Let's see, we want everything. Copy like so, but we want, let's see how it looks like. We want my picture to be a little bit bigger, or your picture, 400 pixels. And then we want the project image to be bigger. Bigger as in 450 pixels. And make this 300 pixels. Project list, oops, 20 pixels. And we want this to be row, so we just copy everything. Row, margin top, margin left. Let's see. Let's put it back. Margin left 0, margin top, and then justify content. Space evenly. There you go. Block box. Too much is 30 pixels. And finally, yeah, good and responsive website. Let's go. So this is the monitor size of screen size, then spec. Okay, I think I figured out what's wrong. So if we go in our styles, I had to put this minimum width because maximum width 1024 says the maximum width can be applied, but we had to specify the minimum width as well, which is right after our maximum width of mobile screens as 481, and that fixed everything. Let's help with that. So if we go iPad, iPad Pro, there you have it. It looks not so nice here. I'll go ahead and fix it, but I'll not include it in the video. You can download the code to see what I put it to adjust this, make this look better because there's too much space here. But essentially, you got the idea, all right? I hope you learned something in this video and see you in the next one. Bye.